What's going on, guys? Mr. WWE Report coming to you live to talk about last night's Monday Night Raw, August 8th or August 7th, 2023 in Minneapolis. Appreciate you guys for joining me in the TP home studios today. Talking about Raw following SummerSlam. SummerSlam really good. We'll put it this way, very good matches. A little confused slash upset at some of the results, to be honest. Um, I felt like a couple matches could have ended another way, but, you know, hot take there, little unpopular opinion, I'm sure. But SummerSlam, the matches itself were amazing. Don't get me wrong on that front. But going into last night's Monday Night Raw, I was really, really excited just because of the newness. SummerSlam's in the books, new feuds, a little more refreshing. Michael Cole, Wade Barrett back on Raw. I was really genuinely excited to see what would come. And to be honest, it was a really good Monday Night Raw. It was refreshing. Some new feuds in the book we'll go over today. And, just overall pretty good, to be honest. A lot of, a couple of rematches here and there that were a little stale, but, nonetheless, pretty good. I'm excited for the next pay per view in September. Excited for the direction it's going as we head into kind of the quiet parts of the season. Royal Rumble not until January, Road to WrestleMania still quite a ways away. So arguably it's kind of the quiet season. You have WWE going up against, quite a bit of competition this time of season, with football rolling back into place, some importance around other sports. So in that quiet period, you need some refreshments, and Raw is on the right track. It was very good. As you see on your screen, number one, Shinsuke and Seth Rollins. That was a little bit of a swerve. I did not see that happening, but I do try to stay away from some reports, for the most part lately. So I was pretty surprised. We had Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes against Judgment Day. Sami Zayn attacked by JD McDonagh backstage. Talk about JD more in a little while, but pretty good. What the hell was on Sami Zayn's elbow? But anyway, good main event, good solid main event, and then we had Shinsuke turn on Seth, which was crazy. I thought, Raw would just end with them holding each other's hands high, but I am surprised. I am pretty excited for it. We'll see if Shinsuke gets revamped. We'll see how it goes. To be honest, I am pretty excited for this Shinsuke Seth Rollins feud. Let me know about you guys. Are you excited for it? What should they do to Shin? What should they do to kind of revamp, repackage this feud to make it worthwhile? And we'll see if Shin can take some gold. Talked about in the beginning of the video, a couple matches I was hoping ended differently. One of them was the Seth Rollins. I thought, to be honest, it was Finn's time. But we shall see. To be honest, we shall see. So I'm excited for that. Another thing I'm pumped about is Gable, Alpha Academy, and Imperium feud. I am so freaking pumped. There's a little bit of rumblings. Once, the draft took place, that Alpha Academy would break up. Gable would be able to show off his strong side, which I was, beyond pumped about. Otis to Maximum Male Models, we thought was a thing. And then instead, they went with Maxine to Alpha Academy, which just strengthened them up even more. Kept Otis and Gable together, which I loved, and Gable still getting that singles recognition that is a little bit behind. Should have something that should have happened in the past, but I am so pumped for this feud with Gunther and Gable. Gable's one of my current favorites. Actually, Gunther's probably they're probably both in my current top five, to be honest with you. So I'm pumped for that feud. We'll see what happens. I am legitimately pumped, and I think sky's the moon for this feud, especially for the two of them. So I am beyond pumped. Kofi Kingston return, the New Day against the Viking Raiders. A little bit underwhelming return for Kofi. Glad to have him back. A little upset he has to deal with the Viking Raiders. I'm sure there's a lot more on the horizon. They interviewed them after backstage saying, they're going for gold. So we'll see when KO's back. We shall see. Speaking of tag team gold, women's tag team championship, the cursed titles, injury after injury. Unfortunately, Sonya Deville has torn her MCL. She is out for the foreseeable future. I feel bad for her, but I also feel bad for Chelsea Green. Apologize for the noise back there. They are cutting the grass outside the TP Home Studios. So definitely excited, or not excited, a little upset about Chelsea Green and Sonya. But we'll see what's next. To be honest, we shall see. Chelsea has been nothing but amazing since her return. So we'll see what's next on the matchup. We have JD McDonagh, like I talked about, against they dropped Judgment Day seeds a few weeks back. So we'll have to see, what is next. They kind of had him talking to Finn. They didn't have him talking to Finn, and now he's kind of back. So we'll see if he sides with Finn and Finn leaves Judgment Day. There's a couple different ways WWE can go with Judgment Day, but I'm trusting the process. I think it should be pretty good either way. So he's definitely one to look out for as it comes to Raw, Judgment Day, Finn. We'll see what's next for Finn, because now it seems like Shinsuke against Seth. Again, I think Finn should have won, but different story for a different time. Raw was just phenomenal. LA Knight was even on Raw. Broke the brand split a little bit. Feud with The Miz. I love it. Segment of the year, promo of the year, perhaps. It was just amazing. Very good Raw, to be honest. And while I have you guys, let's shift over to SmackDown. The Street Profits with Bobby Lashley. I extremely, extremely, extremely love this. Um, I'm pumped for, like I said, sky's the limit for them as well with the Street Profits heel turn with Lashley. I'm pumped. It's a good time to be a WWE fan. There are a lot of rematches still taking place on the shows, but I'm still optimistic. I'm still pumped. There is a lot of changes happening going into this fall part of WWE pay-per-view season. So we shall see. But going into Raw last night, I was extremely pumped for the what ifs, and it delivered. There was a lot of good, a lot of good stuff, a lot of refreshing stuff, to be honest. And it all started with Michael Cole, on the announce table, one of the bests, obviously. So we'll see. But I'm excited to see where this is trending with the next pay per view in September. So let me know, guys. What are you excited for? What are some feuds we shall see maybe take place on SmackDown on Friday? We shall see, guys. Just wanted to come on here because last night's Monday Night Raw was pretty locked and loaded, to be honest with you. So let me know, guys.